Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea.
All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. We have breaking news coming out of Australia. This is great for Bitcoin. This is great for cryptocurrency. The story is this. In a landmark court case, an Australian judge has just ruled in favor of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as money. So this is coming from a court in New South Wales, which is in the southeast region of Australia. Again, the breaking news is that a Judge Judith Gibson, has just ruled that a plaintiff is legally allowed to use Bitcoin as collateral for a defamation case, which at the moment is still ongoing. The details of this case are as follows. This is the story. So, in Australia, there is a private citizen who has taken legal action against another citizen for defamation. The court asked the plaintiff to put up $20,000 as collateral for the ongoing case. The money would be put in a court-controlled bank account. The plaintiff, instead of putting up fiat money, chose to make a statement of sorts and offered cryptocurrency instead. The judge, after I'm sure some thought and deliberation, has allowed the plaintiff to put up the crypto as collateral, saying that although she recognizes cryptocurrency as volatile, it is a recognized form of investment. This means that Bitcoin, legally speaking, is just as legal as fiat, with just as clear use case as fiat. Money, something that can be a trusted store of value, something that can be a medium of exchange. This is good for the crypto industry. This is good for your bags. We are seeing in real time cryptocurrency being accepted by the general public in much the same way the internet was accepted by the general public in the 1980s and 90s and 2000s. It happened slowly and then suddenly. And this is exactly the type of thing I would expect to see if Bitcoin is the future of money and if crypto as an industry is here to stay. Now, the judge did have some caveats because, as she mentioned, cryptocurrency is volatile. The judge says that the plaintiff must submit monthly statements and make sure that the cryptocurrency's value never falls below the stated amount in the fiat dollars. This means that the precedent has been set in Australia, and the next time that somebody wants to put up crypto instead of cash, it should be no problem because the precedent has been set. So good job, Australia. You're doing us proud. Let's like this video, hit the thumbs up. Let's get this video out there to as many people as possible. In other news, if you have a Coinbase account, this next story is definitely one that you want to pay attention to. This is something that Coinbase doesn't want you to know about. We have the details here because of a few sleuths. Check this out. Coinbase is testing a controversial facial recognition technology. These are the details. Coinbase is among more than 2,000 entities from around the world working with a company called Clearview, a controversial facial recognition technology provider. Internal documents obtained by BuzzFeed revealed New York-based Clearview AI, a startup facing legal threats from both Apple and Google, as well as calls for greater scrutiny in its practices, had already shared or sold its technology to roughly 2,200 companies and authorities around the world. First of all, if Google and Apple are calling for legal action and greater scrutiny, you know this must be a pretty big deal. And this is how big it is. Clearview's software trawls websites and social media platforms to scrape data and match images posted online to persons of interest. Coinbase was among the organizations that had used the software for at least one search. BuzzFeed reported this Thursday. A Coinbase spokesperson confirmed in the article the exchange had tested Clearview's software regarding its unique need around security and compliance, but added customer data from Coinbase had not been used in any of its tests. They say that when they were testing, they say we were testing to see if the service could meaningfully bolster our efforts to protect employees and offices against physical threats and investigate fraud. It hasn't yet committed to using the product. So be aware that Coinbase is just like a bank in that they will insure, if something happens to Coinbase, your coins, your money is insured. At that same time, they have special relationship with the government and people who collect data, and they pretty much, Next story, a little bit brighter, a little bit happier. I wanted to bring this to your attention. If many people wanted to win $500 in Bitcoin, up to $30,000 in Bitcoin, Cash App, in their effort to spur interest and adoption around Bitcoin, is doing this giveaway. All you have to do is quote this tweet, like it, and put your cashtag, your little handle from Cash App, and you could win, many people could win $500 in Bitcoin. And so that's the good part of this story. I wanted to share this with you. This goes hand in hand with Jack Dorsey's other company, Twitter, and how Jack Dorsey, may be removed as the CEO of Twitter, which, Jack is an ally for Bitcoin. He was the one who got the Bitcoin hashtag. He's done a lot. These are the details. Elliott Management Corp., an activist investor owned by billionaire Paul Singer, has plans to shake up the management at Twitter. So this billionaire investor and his management company came in, bought a majority, I'm not sure if it was a majority, but a large stake in Twitter. And as reported by Bloomberg on Saturday, Elliott Management has taken this large stake in the social media messaging platform, and according to people familiar with the matter, has plans to remove Jack Dorsey as CEO. Elliott Management Corp. is a hedge fund, and they say they've already nominated 4 directors to Twitter's board. So, yeah, apparently this new investor is a Republican, and he doesn't like Jack's more liberal policies. And besides that, he says he's worried about Jack splitting his time between being the CEO of Cash App and the CEO of Twitter. So, I don't want to see Jack go as the CEO of Twitter, but, it doesn't really matter. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Do not forget, my friends, we are living through Bitcoin history. We are about 70 days away from the halving, and generations are going to look back at this time and wish they had been around before Bitcoin's third halving to stack a few Satoshis. Appreciate this multi-decade revolution because you are a part of it. How many of you wish you could go back before Bitcoin's last halving and buy a little bit of Bitcoin? I think everybody does, right? I think people are going to look back at this time and wish they had bought Bitcoin before this clock struck 0. For our final story of the day, I want to play you a clip about counterfeit gold and actually how easy it is to counterfeit gold. How many of you watch this video and just think about how Bitcoin is better than gold and everything that gold gets wrong in this clip? I'm not saying gold is bad or that it's not a good investment or not a good hedge or won't have value for many years to come. I'm just saying there are certain things that Bitcoin does better, and if you watch this clip, you are going to realize what I think many people are going to come to realize, in decades to come, whenever people get around to thinking, well, what gives gold value and what gives Bitcoin value? Anyway, you're going to see. Watch this clip.
There is a hidden scandal in the gold trade. Fake bullion. Not fake metal, that is, but bars falsely identified as coming from reputable refiners, when in fact they come from places unknown and may be used to funnel funds to drug dealers and warlords. Over the past 3 years, mislabeled bars worth $50 million have been found in vaults, including those of JP Morgan. That is according to executives at gold refineries, banks and other industry players. They've told Reuters that at least 1,000 such bars have been found. But the fakes are hard to spot, meaning there are probably many more out there. No one knows who's making the forgeries, though industry sources think most originate in China. Consultants say up to 600 tons of gold is snuck out of the country every year. The allegation is disputed by the Shanghai Gold Exchange, which regulates China's bullion market. It says it isn't aware of any forged bars. JP Morgan wouldn't comment on the Reuters figures. It would only say that it always alerts authorities when a mislabeled bar is found and its customers haven't lost any money. But few dispute that the problem exists. Now refiners are fighting back with technology. Swiss producer Metalor puts tamper-proof ink on its output. Others keep a microscopically detailed scan of every bar as a record. But every kilo of bullion is worth around $50,000 at current prices. Not many fakes have to sneak through to make big money for smugglers.